This is the moment of truth, where we serve you with the truth and only the truth, nothing but the truth. And we are talking about the man on the screen, Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia. Inti ayedi ne hu nkomo na nyese bia ne hu na ye febro so ana ye ni bibia ka inti ne ye ka ne ho asem. We are talking about him because in prempria ye ka say ono ne omampanyi abedi akire. Omeyi aban a wote akonwa so. Baasu ku a aban na te. Se omonhwe omeyi sikasem nyina so no. Ono na ye baasu ku ne titireni. Eniti Ghana sem sikasem ye ku twi ba brema nyina no. Upese ohumu nchiremu apape ne betimi achiremu Alhaji Bawumia. Na potoka sem ya can say he's the chairman of the economic management team. Se say impodie o tu franka ma MPP amanyoku a onam ebo ntoa se mon first year ne mame o kan sem bebre obi aso nyenistia obi a nyenistia mfiri nsem oni license impo ni amanistia because on the driver nyina no ye de car ye Ghana share won sa no omo de afa kwan bone so amaka na konya accident a e de ahokire ni abenedie ababeto yen so enso de bia osori ose mon first year ne maye na minim say wa wo hwe me no woni me be ya adwen say se ye betumi di stia na ma wura Bawumia ade ba ko pa e wo se ye gina so na yesusu dua ye de be so no wahwe na yetimi ahu se ye betumi anya ne mugidie no ne nokreka senesitia. Esan say onipa bi a won kanokre, you cannot trust the person. You see, about why babetui it's not just about promises, boshe. Eno de yatia bre. Enye why na betumi de adwen wanwaso foforo bi aba, even though that is important. Enye de odwa nanum se maye we da bi. De hia titiru pa ne se nipa kura o kasa nsem no o hye o sa abo no o kasa big ideas and policies no ni sudden the bind to say what is his track record na so ni dwuma wa ye ni nyuma wo ye ne nsem kaye ne de o ye fa ne nsem kaye ho no ebetumi amaye nya ne mugidie de o ma ya hye ne sa na. Trustworthiness is what we are talking about, because if I can't trust you, then I can't give you my vote. It's as simple as that. So which of these two leaders, John Mahama, Alhaji Bawumia, leading the two major political parties into the 2024 election, can we trust? That is why this conversation is important. And I want you to listen carefully. Maybe the answer say, me yen num pensem mu na mama wadanse e mere bia metu bia so me kiresie na mama obi adi na wankasa wo de akwa adwendwen mu na wankasa wasi agina ya ebeboa wankasa wabrabo wo ma wabusua ene wo dache. Now I will start with this quotation from a man called Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy kasem we opotoka sem say the glue that holds all relationships together, including the relationship between the leader and the led, is trust. And trust is based on integrity. Pape oye obi a wabempa twenyansa sem ko Canada memwa, they celebrate him. Ajidin people all across the world read his writings. Waka sem bi ehun hia was a Ghana for ye twe adwensi so. O say glue a ka ye first akandifo leaders any on manfo bomu no e blue ba akopɛ e gidie trust na sa gidie no ne fapem ene no kreka integrity. If you don't have integrity, you cannot be trusted. And fa won say nipa ne be promise o say to abama me o to abama me a me do be kwa bruchiri mema $1 million maybe adwuma emfa ho ne de nipa ne beka se nipa kro no ye obi a onya no kwafo a his words means very little. Now you see ene yentumi nka nsem ne nyina etima fa nsem no ne fa bi part 1 pe, and under this part 1 me twe wadwen si in kontompo akese edu 10 lies that Alhaji Bawumia has peddled. And I will give you the evidence for you to know that indeed this man is a liar. When we call him a liar, we are not insulting him. We are not attacking him. Because that is who he is. That is his nature. That is his name. That is his title. And that is the only name you can call him. And until the kind 2020 MPP4 call Cape Coast. Omo ko launche omo manifesto. Bosha hodo anomo woma Ghana for. It was just like this time 2024 ya niye kwa kotuaba because 2020 was an election year. Why am I starting with this? Because this was a promise and Asemo Bawumia kaye in the run up to the 2020 elections. And to bet media toto and somewhere newoka in the run up to the 2024 elections. Or say and yes omu besi habo for frama Cape Coast for Debbie. Or say omu si omu gusu omu si we are building a new harbor for the people of Cape Coast. Bawumia ne kasa asem and ho dance ni hwewe mame.
Good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
Now, producer, I want you to play the video again. And why we're here, say good people of Cape Coast. No, we will build, or say we are building. Tape in the
Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
That is it. Kalkum yetinu kwakonu. Bible say wonu wansem ne de bebu afo na de bebu abem. O say we are building. Enti enne wa wo hwe me no. Including MPP for amohwe me a e bi kura mu didi matame. Ye bisa mo say harbor na Bawumia say they are building o si no away. Because ono ankasa ne boss o mampanyi Akufuado yeto abane ma wo mu wie pe no wakọ radio so akọka se ono onka ni baabi ase obesi ana wo si habo ama Cape Coast for chani so o mampanyi Akufuado not Sammy Gyamfi not NDC o se Bawumia your trofo because ono your mampanyi no onka ni baabi ada se o si habo e wo Cape Coast and I will be see. And on what dance you remember?
As far as the harbor, we have to be very clear in our mind. We never committed ourselves. I never said I was going to build a harbor in Cape Coast. I said I was going to build a landing site, like what I've done in these other 6 other places in the central region. Cape Coast also will have its own landing site, and the construction of that will begin next year. The airport.
Yes.
The airport.
You see, MPP for free say Ghana for we have short memories. So, o me twankontompo 2016 age to me 2020 o me twankontompo sa 2024 aba and o masan so den sem there ba no moto Ghana for mrade and e bi no mo boje Bawumia so. But this is the man we are talking about. We see you are building a harbor. At the time Bawumia kasa no, there was no place in Cape Coast and you see harbor. Baby akra ni wa na ya do na kampese ya to 1 block pusi you see harbor. Not even 1 block. Yet utimi jina TV cameras and him chatro we are building a harbor. Then 1 year down the line Akufuado say me share bobi asa. We never, the commitment was never to build a harbor but a landing site and a harbor ebe. So one who say MPP for Subain here. One who say na Bawumia the Subain here. And at the time this happened, we say who say we are same we see here. And Ghana, various media organizations, a report to here. So one here maybe a wide range Amazon. And let me play to you a news report that Joy News did on this. Cape Coast for Kasa, a kasa about nada papayo dasui. Monfano to sumame. Alhaji Bawumia. or the dada omo. Play that video for me.
I don't understand the apology. What he's saying, I don't understand it. Is he apologizing that he lied on Eagle FM? Or is apologizing that he's no longer going to build a harbor for us? You see, and what we have at Elimina is not a harbor that he promised Cape Coast. What Nando has done, Nando has told people of Cape Coast that we should all start crying. He has told that Cape Coast, our father has died, our mother has died. So what we have Cape Coast now is funeral. So from tomorrow, we Cape Coasters, we are going to put on black. We are going to mourn Nanado. We are going to put on black because he has deceived us. And we are demanding, we the youth of Cape Coast, we are demanding our harbor and the airport that he promised because it is in his manifesto.
The moment mix Bawumia, Nesamno can Bawumia, you want a cassette wo well, there you go. Or be there, Osba Megafo, or your harbor, no on your airport, no, then ye, and a president Nakasa. Nadu and Nancy Obela now Bakache de my neighbors plane airport dam and one could be see how about me. I'm a big teach mention the when you to chat when you to and
for Areho, Mr. Crafton. That is how depraved our country has become. That today we have in a very high office at the very top a man occupying the very high position of vice president. Nipa no krese eni nenum yenim bone ya no kre dia ye Alhaji Bawumia no kre nam left no far right no kre nam ha wa fa say. How can you lie to people like this? How? Na odi harbor no kra na wo dada wo mo a enka airport na odi twa to because he said we are building a new harbor and airport. It ka airport no put ye kese e na me no ka say wo Cape Coast harbor nail airport wa nothing has been done. Say same podium munya to me wie no. Omampenye kufu ado say wakoda adwen when we say Cape Coast for kra mon sem fata airport. Oh yes, waka. E bia na unte. Waji to me na wie based on Bosha what they share say Messi harbor awensi. O say me see airport ano. O dia ka wonya no humpo. Also, what dream when we said, maybe a woman said in here, Sana, and crying Cape Coast, yeah, 1 hour 30 minutes, and crying Cape Coast, 1 hour 30 minutes. What do you hear? One don't see any.
This morning, people feel strongly that looking at our potential in tourism, we need to put up an airport.
This is a place which is about 1.5 hours from the capital, which is the major international airport. There's an airport in Takrady. Well, the studies are ongoing.
Go ahead. You don't see the need of an airport.
I'm not going to say the need. Okay. These things, they're not the response of a government should not just be people say we need an airport. The response of a government should be the matter has been thoroughly examined and the need has been established. And that is the process that the Ministry of Aviation is going through. Is doing the same with Koforidua from the region from which I come, which is also another regional location which is very near Accra, another an hour and a half, to be able to decide for ourselves whether in fact the need for the airport can be justified when you have Accra, you have Kumasi, you have Tamale, you have Takrady, whether on the coast with Accra's presence there's a need for an additional airport.
Okay. Let me just bring up this question, if you don't mind, because this is the first time I'm at.
We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between them, and it's a major growth pole if we put an airport here to drive infrastructure growth.
I can't help myself but laugh. Video ID can boy any Omampenye Kufuado. wako mfimfini mantem wako tena radio so was say habo ne de ho de kra de ono de so wan hye sa abo no Bawumia ne kodi ne turo airport so a say o man benya kufu ado enim so onhoro so so what fa ne bossa again they say ka airport won hia ma Cape Coast ana o say o men ka sa ba ye ntimi nsore nka say ye kusi airport sa akwa e wo say ye nhwehwemu hu say airport so no ebe hia because enkran wo heya atakrade wo heya wo nyina wo airport Cape Coast shemfinfinti Cape Coast there afi wo say ye examination ye enti Alhaji Bawumia anya examination no san hwehwemu e wo say nka Alhaji omanpeja kufu ado say wo say wo ye ansa na waka say wo besi airport wo Cape Coast no ade no ma nyansa ansa no mo de sa abɔhye ne ba abeji tumi afi o manya tumi awie no so aboa no fidie ne chie na fidie chi na ne sunku agya no so ade sunku te say dia o se o se ekoye nhwehmu se wo hia anso tie Bawumia o so wo hia pa ye hia airport e wo Cape Coast because Cape Coast wa takrade wa ha enkran wa ha e triangle no wa ye ne say tie ye kra bit my railway lines you see this man he talks big but he also lies big. He is nothing but a braggadocious talkative. Oyobi anano e de. Se yemfa dokodoko sempa under the nipano or your expect. And that is what you have seen. By yonko yenimmerity. Number 2. The Chrese Bawumia on Kanokre and we can't trust him. For Cape Coast for airports and harbor fiasco ne tunchen. Na hwewe. Or say, in 18 months of an MPP government, no community in Ghana will have a water or toilet problem. But Bawumia nekaya 2016. Ujina simpieso. Se Ghana for mon tuaba maye. Na mo tuaba maya. Boso me dung mo twechi. Ensio hawe wa Ghana nyina no ebe solve. Ni ama Ghana for nyina ensupano. Ejanan bia ya ne problem se wo ha nyina so ebe solve. Na se bi obia so enyabi. Bawumia nekai. This was not even in the MPP's 2016 manifesto. Ne ni omo manifesto mo. Enti untumi nka say it's a failed manifesto promise. Na party bia no eto de bia enye omo manifesto promises nyina no mutimi di so. This was not a manifesto promise. But because of your trofo enti no gina platforms wa na it is entro no a back from left right center. Even what is not in their manifesto he will lie about. This is the evidence. Video ne mame.
There should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem.
No. Tearful video now can in 18 months no community will have a water or toilet problem. Nti wa wo hweme no bisa ho kanokre kire won say enne Ghana 18 months na twam won fie nwotwe ni 8 years. Ya in their 8th year. Water and toilet problem, you solve where we are now. How can any politician even make such a promise? It is only a liar. Or no, everything is about power. So be ditro aji to me kura won fa ho. Number 3. Alhaji Bawumia 2016. Oba yanim se Ghana for yan to abama MPP. No betena konwa so no. O ka asem bia na ede pa. Se bi asem we ukọ nwuram. Eko kachira aboa moti akra obedi wachi afiri nguruma bafie asem wa na asichire wom asem wa na ewo wom ede or say we don't have to borrow for roads. All we need to do is to tow the roads. Or say Ghana onyame ehira eja ne boss Akufo Addo say yetisika soso ekom de and Bawumia botena won chen say akwan ya Ghana yehia nyina yehia kra se ebeje busia yehia sa akwan na yaye no yemfa road tools nsisi so yegigi sika na yebetumi dia ya akwan ni nyina obi nyi ni se nipa bi petini ada pa ka bibisa. Somebody is watching. I'm not a prophet, but I'm sure obi I want to asem we no maybe thinking say Sammy Gyamfi obo Bawumia ntimi nkasa anywhere.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Producer, I'm about to repeat mame. Why? Repeat mame.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
So, enumjahine and trohe in Kuntumpu hine. 2016 no chantrona na osre. And then you chantrona na osa saso asano so any beating ko. Eyan tronkwa. Obe hanhane ni akale de no osre. Oh ye be ye ni sesiye. Na say mitimi wonu wakogina na nanu matena konwa anim no odwananum. Yeah, was yes samra we ye betua moka. Now people still believe this liar. Just say yeah impenyi say ye de yaw na anya we ya ye nya wo fire. And throw away in you still believe this liar. Na nye ne MPP agu anka Darocha party, Professor Kufia Briva party, UP party. Ka papa we betimi aye omo franka tufu ana. And ne hwe besia o mabo besia. Amen na Ghana car. Kwame Nkrumah Afrifa ni kotoka e champon Akufo-Addo papa mpo Akufu-Nom Dr. Hilal Liman, J.J. Rollins, Papa Kofo, Papa Tamils, Papa John Mahama, 59 years. On what tina konya so. Besi on boy ene ka omudi Ghana 120 billion ne da no. Opana Jack Toronto ni nu yaketwa. Bawumia o say ni say bobesia pode ye kwan. Omo de ka no every 120 billion to 538.6 billion. And now check Ghana, Ghana, your population here be 30 million. Ghana Nibia de cap over 22,000 cities. Yes, including Washeme, including MPP ni, CPP ni, NDC ni, including a cracketwa ya one ne. Over 22,000. It is 220 million. No canono. In the Ghana is bankrupt. And in fact, not only are we engulfed in debts, IMF also despite the promise by this government said we would never go to the IMF. IMF da. And then Ghana is the world's largest borrower in terms of IMF. What do you read video with Mami CCA? Producer, give us that tip and let people judge for themselves.
What was the promise of the MPP?
You have to borrow responsibly.
He lied. Today, Ghana remains the world's largest borrower at the IMF. Nanado doesn't give a hoot.
We won't borrow money. Everybody borrows money.
They promised to borrow responsibly.
It only means that we are going to borrow responsibly and not recklessly.
I warned Akufo-Addo about his excessive borrowing, but he didn't listen.
Who was that?
Dr. Kofi Amwa says so.
They were warned from 2019 all through to 2024. They kept borrowing.
You have to borrow responsibly.
Ghana's debt is projected to hit a staggering 99% of GDP by the end of 2023.
You have to borrow responsibly.
Thus, the World Bank has cautioned Ghana against excessive borrowing amidst concerns.
It only means that we are going to borrow responsibly and not recklessly.
As a Ghanaian, if we divide the national debt by the total number of Ghanaians, which is roughly give or take 30 million, in 2017, every Ghanaian owed 4,874 cedis. Fast forward to 2021, you owe 12,146 each and every one of you. When we look at 2024, when President Nana Akufo-Addo will be leaving office, you will be owing all the international debtors 18,312 Ghanaian cedi.
You have to borrow responsibly and not recklessly. You have to borrow responsibly and not recklessly.
Words may be forgotten, but broken promises are etched in our souls. Your words mean nothing, Bawumia, when your actions are complete opposite of what you did in office.
These are the people who said, these are the same people. Confused bunch of people. Rotos no almost a bit in Ghana, Queen, and then a confused. They don't know anything. And so mu Joe Manim chain the baby. No mu bundi penim tia. And that one. This is their scorecard relative to borrowing. All presidents from Nkrumah to Mahama in 59 years, 120 billion. More 7 years, 81.8 billion. No more they are the Papampo Kenya ya. They no more this can I. Not even one hospital or metimi fiti ase whether a regional hospital or a district hospital ye fiti ase ewie and the petimi kom kwaja yare they no this can I we disikani say atam, and that is why we are struggling. And these people say they will break the 8 almost sounds what shall but to abama omo, and some want to make another mistake. No, don't make a third time mistake by believing these lies. Number 4, Alhaji Bawumia na or say we will start constructing roads with concrete instead of asphalt. Yemposo kakra hadie emwedru. Assembly emwedru. So because since Ghana beto ho no, Nkrumah kra o de fa hudi ba menye so shebo she say. But this man Bawumia promised. Ghana kwan nyina was we asphalt a sentem dodo. Inti ono or the proposal akoma banya jiatum. Inti akwan ya wo Ghana nyina no mo ba ye no concrete na Ghana fo agbaje so you. Na asem no de ehu kura ne say asem no ka na sori den. Muntie mi yo. Enye so ka no political campaign platform so. No waka say oh political campaign platform the depend me dituro. Muntie mi ye. Onyame fie. Enya sori bia kwa lighthouse. Osofo penyi Dagi Ward Mills. Na sori onyame fie nyame sofo tewo. You see Bawumia ensuru nyame. Just like ne boss Akufuado ada de nyame so we see asori dan amanoa. Wa fa so de awia Ghana sika over 1 billion new Ghana cedis. Na de otimi ye ya ma nyame the biggest pits in the whole world no. Bawumia so kujina asori dem. Ekodi tro so obeye concrete roads, asphalt kwade enye omujaye. Me patcho hwe ehwo adanse ni.
All this asphalt bitumen stuff, which the roads get washed away after 2 seasons. You look at the Mamoto Way, which was built with concrete, and it is lasting almost 50 years. And so that sort of got me thinking, and we started that discussion. It's a simple idea, but it's full of wisdom. I checked, and I realized that even in India, since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Dag, I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
Well, it be say a harvest chapel, it be say a lighthouse. Whether harvest or lighthouse, it's Bishop Dag be all. But no matter the name of the church, nyame fie, oni nyame asafo, nyame man, nyame honhom ti omumu. Okudi trama ya boy ensemu ama. Se wo be concrete roads. Mfie nwotwe since o kasa asene. Concrete road ne bi wen. Wa wutie mi MPP ni a wo hwe mi a wudidi matem no. Wo hu concrete road ne bi wo ukrom. And you are marketing this liar. I don't know yes MPP before I don't know yes sir. Mum pa chokra for true. Me catch say tetena. Say we are in the time of grace. Adom remuni we. Tetena na mransem du ni adwuma na Bawumia. Enko ogina wo twa tro na asase apai na nyame abufuo no asase na mene no. How can you lie even in church? How can you lie like that? 80 okay no Central for report here. Ghana Web, this is it. 18 July 2017, we will start constructing concrete roads in Ghana. Bawumia. Number 5, where the if I want kasa was sitting mu. This is direct. And then before the BBR by a friend of e-levy, Mumu tax. It doesn't only apply to mobile money. I will send you a sika to. We hear you breast somewhere in 50 years. You send you an abandon some sika. Enye Bawumia obeye economic management team chairman KNT bin penyin semda. Ba baby ame kunye. This same Bawumia 2020 yakoto aba on Peace FM sometime in August 2016. Who say abatwa mraso MPP here to me no ofiti ase atwa kontompo. Kontompo ne zen. O say o mommo de eye hiafo ne yusu. Ehinia say e de to bi abeto so because momo ye hiafo ne ye momo. Enti to pa say e de beto momo so de Bida. Bawumia promise. Yet ono ankasa ehwe me ye de e-levy baye. Share this video for me.
Oh, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is for me my view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 CDs on mobile money. Why would you want to tax that? Oh, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is for me my view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 CDs on mobile money. Why would you want to tax that?
Yes, Abuja for another no say why would you want to tax mobile money? A bradwe ne ntiase so mu here. Yet on na di e-levy buy. Ene wa pepa na no so minimum hwe akufu ado na de buy na me nka ho. Wa pepa na no ofi say ye refi. Bosha or de share yen ene de oyeye. But well adanse that was a Bawumia himself. And the proposal e-levy no na kofa buy. One na that so ho da ye de buy ma banji tu. Enya me na meka MPP, then General Secretary, for Penny, CEO of MPP. Oko cabinet meetings, John Boyd on the kind, any more. Another screen is no. Or say, we dear Bawumia Semwa, I feel more mame. Modern Ghana. This is a story by Eric Nanaya Kwafo. Or say, Bawumia is in full support of e-levy. John Boyd reviews John Boyd. Because he was going to the cabinet meetings and also Bawumia in full support, not in support, in full support of